Hello, everyone. My name is Amanda Jordan, National Accounts Manager for Cunard, and I'm so happy to be here with you today to share so much information with you about Cunard, who we are as a brand, where we sail, and what amazing savings and value you are able to get through the cruise web. So I'm just going to go ahead and dive right in because there is, as I mentioned, a lot of information to share with you today about Cunard. So starting with who Cunard is as a brand, where we fit into the cruise industry. I know there are a lot of choices out there, and so I like to share this part of our information so that it can help you make that decision about if we are the perfect fit for you. We have an amazing legacy, over 180 years in business. We started in 1840. And of course, as you can imagine, we not only have an amazingly strong brand and wonderful commitment to our guests, but we also have a lot of history and special first and achievements and things that we weave into the onboard experience today, which helps make us such a special brand and give you such a special experience when you sail with us. So I'll talk a little bit more about that as I go through this presentation, but you can see we are also a very modern brand. We are in the luxury category. So when you sail with us, you can expect to experience all the beautiful modern experiences that you would on any brand. We have 3 brand pillars at Cunard that go into everything that we do, both shoreside as well as onboard. We want our guests to feel special, be inspired, and enjoy the freedom. So starting with feeling special, really from the moment you step on board one of our beautiful ships, our guests are welcome with our famous White Star service. That is a part of our history, where we have 1 crew member for every 2 guests. Our crew are really looking to surprise and delight and anticipate your every need. They're not in your face, but there's always somebody waiting in the wings, ready to offer thoughtful service. We also have spacious grill suites. These are our top level suites, and the name grill suites is also a nod to our history. It is a name that started long ago, and it's stuck with us and we've kept it. So some people wonder where the name the grill suites come from, and that's just a touch on it. But we also have signature Cunard experiences. There are so many special, unique things to do every day. One of my favorites is our afternoon tea, which is unlike any other tea on any other cruise line. It really is a very proper British afternoon tea with the most amazing scones, those beautiful little sandwiches, and some wonderful pastries and cookies, as well as a special blend of Twinings tea that is curated specifically for Cunard. So just a really magnificent experience, one of our signature experiences on Cunard. We also want our guests to be inspired. And of course, this starts with a careful curation of our itineraries. They're always balanced with a variety of the can't miss ports, those must-see stops, as well as some unique smaller ports and hidden gems, as well as sea days, because our guests love to spend time on board doing one of our many unique activities, or also we have the opportunity to sit back and relax, go to our wellness spa, read a book at the largest library at sea. So many ways to just take it easy on board as well. We also have an incredible lineup of speakers who take guests on a journey of the mind while you're traveling the globe. We have speakers from all walks of life, including astronauts, authors, musicians, artists, and celebrities. We also offer event voyages that tie one theme together for an incredible week of interactive, educational, and fun experiences. There are always so many activities available that will really strengthen the experience and give you more in-depth knowledge of where you're traveling. So lots of great experiences. We also say that we want guests to enjoy the freedom. And for Cunard, we find that giving guests ample space and many choices provide that true feeling of freedom. We have wide open deck spaces and a variety of grand venues that offer you the opportunity to join in, as I mentioned before, many unique experiences throughout your voyage. Or again, you can choose to relax at the spa or grab a book at the largest library at sea, and you will always have plenty of seating to choose from in venues that never feel crowded, partnered with that wonderful, thoughtful service from our crew. Luxury on a grand scale is unique to Cunard. We have larger ships built for the luxury guests, but we also have an intimate feel with that wonderful White Star service. I mentioned it's not pushy. We always have a staff member ready to attend to our guests' needs. And our larger ships allow for more venues and larger spaces. So guests, again, never feel crowded, but there's always a comfortable space to relax. And our crew is able to surprise and delight with their interactions. So you can see here a wonderful list of some of our signature venues. And again, a great variety of activities to choose from. So now I want to run through some of the onboard spaces so you can get a feeling of what it's like to sail with Cunard, what it's like to be on board. I was just on board last week, so this is a bit reminiscent for me. Such a wonderful experience. This is our grand lobby. This one is on Queen Mary too, but all of our grand lobby areas have the same feeling, a relaxed, refined area. There is always some nice music playing, whether it's guitar or saxophone or piano. There's always some kind of nice, relaxing music, depending on where you're sailing. It could be something, based on the culture of the area of the world that you're in. We also have a selection of different types of staterooms on all of our ships. We have 4 main categories, but of course there are lots of different options within those categories. In the top left, you see our Queen's Grill suites that are up to 2,400 square feet and have a butler as well. The bottom left is one of our Princess Grill suites. These are comparable to a mini suite on other lines. And then we have our Britannia Club in the top right. These are our top level balcony staterooms, the best situated areas of the ship, and they also come with an upgraded dining experience as well. We also have our Britannia staterooms, which are balcony through interior. And the one that we have pictured here is one of our single staterooms, which are available on Queen Mary II, Queen Victoria, and Queen Elizabeth. You can see they're very spacious, and all of our staterooms come with a king-size bed, except for that single, which is a full-size bed. We also have several different dining experiences, and that is one of the more traditional aspects of Cunard, is your accommodations are partnered with a dining experience. So for our Britannia guests, you will dine in the beautiful Britannia dining room. This is where I dined on my cruise last week, and it was absolutely fabulous. Wonderful food, wonderful service, a wine list that seemed to go on forever. It was just a really outstanding experience and definitely a very high level of personalized service. Your wait staff gets to know you, makes great recommendations. It's just an all-out wonderful dining experience. I mentioned our Britannia Club staterooms. Those are for the highest level of balcony staterooms. They're going to be those most midship cabins. And this is a really great experience if you want an upgraded dining experience, but aren't ready to jump into the full suite yet. So you can get a Britannia Club balcony stateroom, and it's partnered with Britannia Club Restaurant, which is a single seating service. So your table is assigned to you, and that is your table for the duration of your cruise. It is available to you anytime the dining room is open, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Come as you please. And you do have some upgraded dining experiences, tableside service and preparation of salads and pastas, maybe some flambe, something like Cherry's Jubilee for a dessert. Really beautiful experience, slightly upgraded dining. We also, as I mentioned, have the Princess Grills. Those are the ones that are comparable to a mini suite. So these are larger in size than the Britannia Club staterooms. They have a larger sitting area. a nice couch, a very nice long couch with 2 TVs in your stateroom. So very nice accommodations, and also an upgraded dining experience. Again, that single seating service. So your table is assigned to you and it's yours anytime the dining room is open. And again, updated, upgraded table side service of several different types of dishes. So a great dining experience. And last but not least, of course, is our Queen's Grill restaurant, which is partnered with those Queen's Grill suites. This is really the top level dining experience that is available. They have, so many upgraded dishes, caviar, champagne. This is an all-out experience. And we even welcome you to order off the menu if there is a particular dish that you've always wanted to try, or maybe a recipe. I've heard somebody brought in a recipe from their grandmother that they hadn't had in years, and we will prepare those dishes for our guests. We may need a day or two in order to make sure that we have all of the ingredients, but you are encouraged and can order off the menu in this restaurant as well. Again, it is single seating service, so your table is yours for the entire cruise, and lots of upgrades, lots of special experiences in the Queen's Grill restaurant. So now a few of our other venues, the Royal Court Theater. This is an amazing experience. We have private box seats, amazing entertainment, classically trained artists and performers. I loved one experience I had last week with a show called Top Hat. There was lots of singing, dancing, there was tap dancing. It was just spectacular to watch. Really beautiful, especially if you are a theater buff like myself and enjoy going out to the theater. You will love our shows on board Cunard. We also boast the largest ballroom at sea on Queen Mary 2, and a fun little tip for you ballroom dancers out there, if you enjoy ballroom dancing, this is a sprung floor, which gives a little bit more bounce to your step when you're dancing. So dancers love sailing with us. We have live music. We loved the gala events, and we also offer dance classes every day from professional dancers. I didn't partake in the dance lessons every day. I might on my next cruise. I'm still trying to talk my husband into it, but I did watch the dance lessons, which were so beautiful. And I did see a couple of father and daughter combinations. So that was really exciting to see. It looked so cute. Just a really wonderful experience. And the gala events in the evening, the dance floor was full of those people practicing their dance moves that they had learned during the day. It's different classes every day. So one day might be the waltz, one day might be the jive. Every day is a little bit different. So you can really practice some great moves and learn to dance on Cunard. We also have a traditional British pub, the Golden Lion, on each one of our ships, and beautiful selection of beers, wines, cocktails, and of course a traditional pub lunch every afternoon, fish and chips, cottage pie, bangers and mash, and more. Great selection. We also have a wonderful burger, one that my whole family loved. It's layers of a fantastic cut of beef, as well as some brisket in there as well. So wonderful, wonderful selection of food in the Golden Lion for lunch, which I personally love. We also have the Royal Arcade. This is a great area for shopping. The casino, a smoke-free casino, is downstairs. So a really wonderful place for activities, and the Golden Lion is right there as well. I loved this area for taking pictures with my family on the gala events. You can see there was one we had a Roaring 20s as well as an ice white gala event on my voyage. So we got some great family photos here, and it was just a lot of fun to get dressed up with the whole family. We also have a wonderful outdoor area on each one of our ships. This one is on Queen Elizabeth. We have a beautiful games deck where there is lawn bowling, croquet, tennis, and of course that oversized chess deck as well. So lots of fun, again, for all ages, but we especially enjoyed taking our daughters up there and playing some games with them as well. If you're like me and you need some time to yourself to relax, we also have an amazing wellness spa, Mariel Wellness and Beauty, offers holistic treatments, everything you can imagine, just a really wonderful experience. And for families, we have the Kids Center, which we call the Zone, and we do have different areas for the different age groups. My girls absolutely loved it. Every day from the day they went in there, they were asking if they could stay longer, and just had so many fun activities, painting. And actually in our Alaska one, our naturalist that was on board, Rachel Cartwright, who's an amazing biologist, she went into the Kids Center as well, talked to them about all of the different wildlife, took the kids up on deck and spotted a pod of orcas, which they got to see. I know both of my girls absolutely loved it and didn't want to come out of there, whether they were playing video games, watching a movie, or painting. It was just nonstop fun for them. So really great kids program. So now I want to talk a little bit of where we sail, where you can choose this year in 2022 to sail with us, or also in 2023. So for 2022, there's not a ton of space left, but we do have a fantastic lineup, of course, of our famous crossing, our transatlantic crossing. So we have many of them left throughout the year. Great space available there if you're interested. This is a great way to get to Europe and back. If you have other travel plans to go to Europe, you can see if one of our crossing lines up with your plans and use it as a mode of transportation. A lot of people do that to celebrate a special occasion, an anniversary, retirement. There are so many things to celebrate, and a transatlantic crossing is a great way to do that. We also have Canada, New England this fall. We have a couple of voyages, not a ton of space left here, but we have an option of a 14-night, as well as you can do it as a 7-night from New York to Quebec, or from Quebec to New York. So if you're interested in that, I would definitely talk to your travel advisor as soon as possible. And then we do also have a Norway and the Northern Lights in November. This is one of my favorite itineraries. An amazing overnight stay in Tromsø that is so far north. Great opportunity to see the Northern Lights there. And then we do have a couple of holiday celebrations in the Caribbean. This one is a Christmas voyage on Queen Mary 2 round trip out of New York. A great way to escape to warmer weather, but still celebrate all of the wonderful traditions of the holidays on board the beautiful Queen Mary 2. That's actually my background here, and she gets decked out for the holidays. She really is so beautiful, with a giant Christmas tree and decorations galore all throughout, and a great way to celebrate without having to decorate yourself and clean up all of those things, all the cooking and thing that comes with the holidays. I just think it would be wonderful to celebrate in such an easy way on board. So now getting into 2023, we have a full lineup of itineraries. But first, I want to start with a quick video that'll give you a great overview of our 2023 itineraries. I just love that video. Anywhere in the world you want to go, Cunard really can take you. In 2023, we have 158 new voyages sailing between April and January of 2024. Everything from 2 to 42 nights. We have long times in port. I love that about our itineraries. You really get an opportunity to get out and explore for long periods of time, as well as shopping. We have 23 late evening departures and 15 overnight calls planned for 2023. So a lot of opportunity to take you anywhere in the world. Here I'll go ship by ship, starting with Queen Mary 2. She will again embark on her transatlantic crossings, which she is most famous for and was built for. We also have more Canada, New England, as well as fjords, Mediterranean, and Caribbean itineraries for Queen Mary 2. So I mentioned the lineup in 2022. 2023, we have even more, 25 crossings. And we like to say that it's better than business class. I mentioned that if you're traveling to Europe for any reason, that you can check our schedule with your travel advisor and see if your travel plans line up with one of our crossings. And it's just a wonderful way to celebrate life's landmark moments and personal events in grand style. We also, as I mentioned, have special event voyages, which I'll talk about in a minute. But here is our lineup for 2023. We offer, as I mentioned, 25 crossings between New York, Southampton, as well as Hamburg. And we do have one from Le Havre as well. So lots of different choices for you. And again, if you're traveling to Europe, it's just a great thing to add on to enhance your vacation experience even further. We also, as you can see in the upper left-hand corner, have this beautiful picture of our furry friends that can also travel with us. A fun fact for you is Queen Mary 2 is the only ship that offers kennels. We always get a ton of questions about this memorable aspect of our crossing. So some fun facts about our kennels is that we have the kennel master who you see here in this picture with the dogs. He says he has the most amazing job in the world. He loves taking care of our furry friends. There is an indoor play area as well as an outdoor play area for them to have plenty of space to stretch their legs. They aren't allowed to go into their owner's stateroom. So there is a specific kennel area and play areas where they are kept throughout the voyage, but they do have playtime every day. And they're in the outdoor area. There is a genuine fire hydrant from Brooklyn and a lamppost from Liverpool. They also enjoy freshly baked dog biscuits every day from our pastry chef. And these do book out very far in advance. We have a lot of guests who have dogs and they travel back and forth between the UK and Europe and the United States regularly. So these usually book out at least a year in advance, if not longer. So if you are interested in these, you definitely want to get in touch with your travel advisor right away and get started on scheduling that. The event voyages are available for 2023. We have our lineup. We might add some more as time goes on, but right now we have a wonderful lineup. Dance the Atlantic with the British National Ballet, Anthony Inglis and the National Symphony Orchestra, who have traveled with us many times, Festival of Food and Wine, and our Literature Festival at Sea. All of these will have an amazing lineup of programming where you can really immerse yourself in one of these popular themes. They are interactive experiences. So on Dance the Atlantic, there will be dance classes from the ballerinas. In the National Symphony Orchestra, you can see rehearsals, Q&A sessions with Anthony Inglis, hear lectures about his amazing career, and you can even audition to sing in the choir during one of the performances. Festival of Food and Wine, there will be cooking demonstrations, tasting. We have our Wine Academy available on board where you can become an accredited wine taster. Literature Festival at Sea, there will be lots of lectures as well as writing workshops from the authors that are traveling with us. So if you're an aspiring writer, or if you love food and wine, or love dancing, or love the symphony, these are great opportunities to really get involved and have a hands-on experience in one of these popular themes. We also have Canada, New England, which Queen Mary 2 does every year, round trip out of New York. So a few different options here. I love the Independence Day voyage. This is one of my bucket list trips. I love that it's during the summer. You get to overnight in Boston on the 4th of July. So lots of fun experiences, something I'd love to experience with my family. But of course, the September and October departures are also very popular. A great time to see some beautiful fall foliage and just a beautiful time to be on the East Coast. Another unique option offered by Cunard is the ability to depart round trip New York on one of our beautiful grand voyages. These are super popular for guests who want to enjoy the luxury of not having to fly to get to Europe and back. So we have several of these voyages throughout the year. If you prefer to fly to Europe, though, you can always join and have a shorter version of this round trip out of Southampton. Another one of our beautiful grand voyages, this one to the Mediterranean, round trip New York, but also again, available round trip Southampton for guests who prefer to fly to Europe. We also will have, again, some holiday voyages to the Caribbean, round trip out of New York over Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's. So great opportunity, again, to escape to warmer weather and still enjoy all of the beautiful holiday experiences on board. Now moving over to Queen Elizabeth. This is my favorite. I was just on board last week and she is so beautiful. And I just love her itineraries here in the US. And I love that she is coming to Alaska again in 2023. Just a really beautiful experience on Queen Elizabeth. First, I'll start with a quick video about our Alaska itineraries. I just love that video. You cannot go to Alaska enough times. It is such a beautiful destination. And we have a beautiful lineup in 2023, 7 main voyages to choose from. But we also, Queen Elizabeth will be in Japan right before she heads to Alaska, and she'll go down the coast of California and through the Panama Canal over to the Mediterranean after she leaves. So you have the opportunity to combine those destinations together as well. But our main itineraries for 2023 are 10 nights round trip out of Vancouver. We do have a 12-night as well as a 7-night. So lots of choices available, and you can see beautiful itineraries. Every single one includes Glacier Bay National Park. All of the 10-day and longer also include Hubbard Glacier, one of my all-time favorite experiences globally. It is so breathtaking. So just a wonderful way to experience Alaska. And then on the beautiful Queen Elizabeth, who is just breathtaking as well. Many of the images you've seen are on board Queen Elizabeth. She will again have 7 round trip sailings from Vancouver, 6 ports and 2 glacier viewing experiences, except on the 7-day. The 7-day just has Glacier Bay National Park, but full days in each port on less crowded days. Alaska inspired everything on board. Wonderful insights. I mentioned Dr. Rachel Cartwright was on, a marine biologist was on all of the voyages this year, this summer, and she is fantastic, as well as other speakers that we have on board, renowned mountaineers and adventurers that have amazing stories to tell. We also, as I mentioned, Queen Elizabeth is just the perfect ship for Alaska, and she has those wonderful grill suites where most of the time we also have drinks and gratuities included. Alaska, I'll spend a little bit more time on because it is such an amazing experience, whether you're going to Juneau, Ketchikan, Vancouver, just stunning beauty. I, in particular, loved Ketchikan, which has It's a rainforest and has beautiful scenic areas that you can go out. Misty Fjords is a beautiful area you can go out and explore. In Skagway, there's the White Pass Railway. There's just so much history and beauty that you're surrounded in every single port. Plus, as I mentioned, Hubbard Glacier, where you can experience that calving. Glacier Bay National Park, you have a full day of scenic viewing of not only the glaciers, but wildlife. My entire family just absolutely loved it. It's nonstop beauty the entire time. We also have amazing culinary experiences on board, as well as on shore. There is so much, seafood, crab, the amazing drinks, Alaskan crafted beers from the Alaskan Brewing Company available on board as well. And we also have special crafted cocktails. And you can see here a picture of one of our afternoon teas, an Alaska themed afternoon tea, which I got to experience. And it was so fantastic. I cannot say enough about our champagne afternoon tea. It was beautiful. And the food was just amazing. Every day, there's something new to experience on board and on shore. So love the food in Alaska, as well as, of course, we have amazing entertainment, which I mentioned a bit about before. We had great entertainment in the theater. We had amazing speakers on board. We also were joined by the National Park Service, who had a great talk for the kids in the kids club, where he brought in a bear pelt, and they were able to touch it and feel it. They saw the claws up close. He had amazing stories to share with them. And then he went to the bridge to offer commentary as we sailed through Glacier Bay National Park. There were heritage guides who have amazing stories to tell, as well as different things that they've made themselves. My daughter was particularly impressed by a bowl that was made out of salmon skin, but lots of really cool experiences every day. And you can, of course, just sit back and soak in the pristine beauty of the amazing scenery and glaciers that you're sailing by throughout Alaska voyages. So we are a great choice for Alaska. And then, as I mentioned, Queen Elizabeth will move on to the Panama Canal, where we have great options available as well, the most popular being LA to Fort Lauderdale. And then a great series of Mediterranean itineraries, round trip from Barcelona, choice between 7 nights or 14 nights. Again, great ports of call, lots of can't miss ports of call, as well as some hidden gems in there as well. So this is an example of one of our Mediterranean itineraries. This is the 14-night round trip from Barcelona. And you can see the only port that is repeated is Barcelona. So it's combining 2 of our 7-night itineraries together. Beautiful itineraries. Last but not least, as far as our ships go, Queen Victoria, which is, I like to say, our European flagship. She pretty much stays in Europe and does a series of different voyages throughout the British Isles, Mediterranean, North Cape, Norwegian fjords, Iceland, and the Canary Islands. So lots of choice there. A few of my favorites are Iceland and the British Isles. I love this because Iceland is such a hot destination, and we stop in 3 ports of call with an overnight in Reykjavik. Wonderful because it's also round trip Southampton, so great for airfare. Again, a Norway and the Northern Lights itinerary. This is one of my bucket lists, and we offer overnight stays in both Tromsø and Narvik on this one, so great opportunity to see the Northern Lights. So now, really quickly, I just want to let you know what an amazing value it is to book with the CruiseWeb. You have amazing opportunities, including exclusive benefits offered on select 2023 voyages. All of our Alaska itineraries are included in this. You get onboard credit up to $250 per stateroom, enhanced champagne afternoon tea. That was the one where I had the picture of that amazing afternoon tea with the glass of champagne. So I can say 100% so fantastic as far as experiences, plus specialty dining in our steakhouse at the Veranda, which is a wonderful steak and seafood experience as well. So lots of extras for you. And the great thing about this is it's combinable with our other limited time offers. There's also, the CruiseWeb has a cruise sale running from July 14th through July 29th, which gives you a refundable reduced deposit, as well as onboard credit of up to $300 per stateroom. And then we do also have other offers like our military benefit, which is available on every sailing, that your travel advisor can make sure that you're getting everything you qualify for and get the most value for your vacation. Right now, we do have a special limited time offer going on called our summer savings event, and that ends August 24th. That is also combinable with the exclusive benefits I mentioned, as well as the cruise sale benefits I mentioned. So right now is a great time to book. Don't want you to miss out, and it includes lots of our different destinations. So lots of great opportunity to get lots of value for your vacation. So with that, I will say thank you so much for joining us today. I hope we get to see you on board soon. And now I will just open it up for a few questions. I think we're running really a little bit late on time, so I do have a couple that I wanted to get to before we close. Somebody asked how many formal nights do we have on a cruise? And so that's a great question. On my recent voyage that I just sailed on, we had two. We had the Ice White Gala as well as a Roaring 20s Gala. And it does vary depending on the destination. But on a typical 7 to 10 night voyage, we will have 2 gala events. So you can count on that. On a transatlantic crossing, though, for example, which is 7 nights, we'll have 3. So it's a little bit more formal on the transatlantic crossing, but you're at sea all day, so you have a little bit more time to get dressed up. I also see another question in here about the event voyages, and it says, do we have more information on the Food and Wine Festival? That is a great question as well. We do have more information on that available through your travel advisor. We have flyers and information about what you can expect to experience, what the activities will be like on board for each one of those special event voyages. So definitely talk to your travel advisor if you're interested in getting more information about any of those. Okay, so we are running really short on time, so I will just say, if you have additional questions, please contact your travel advisor if we weren't able to get to it today. Again, thank you so much for joining us. We're so appreciative and do hope to see you on board soon. Thank you.